In past years, a businessman who made a great impact on Manx life was Graham Ferguson Lacey. He bought several large commercial properties, but it was when he took an interest in the historic household names on the island that he really gained attention, as he admitted to David Callister.
Inevitably, the ones that people became aware of because of their profile were Russian Abbey for the reasons we've discussed, and the nunnery. People forget that the nunnery had been on the open market for 4.5 years before, in fact, I acquired it. And indeed, it was with the encouragement of a distinguished politician here that I look at it, because there was a real concern that it would be properly protected and preserved and secured for a use that people could be comfortable with, that was commensurate with its importance and history.
You had this extraordinary ability, though, to buy properties which government rather, I think, would like to have had, indeed had owned in the past, and then be able to sell them back to the government virtually at pretty good prices.
Well, no, with respect, that's not correct, David. I didn't buy Bishop's Court from the government. I bought it from a private individual.
But they had, in previous years, a long time back, had owned it, of course.
Yes, and I haven't sold that back to the government. That's been bought by a private individual. As far as Russian Abbey is concerned, I never had any intent whatsoever of selling it to the government. What I did cost me real money financially, but I was pleased to make a contribution and to put something back because of other benefits I've enjoyed on the island. So to date, I've sold only one property to the government, but you're absolutely right. Historically, the nunnery was owned by the government. And
you might be selling it back to them?
I doubt that. I'm aware that the government had heated debates and discussions, I think it was back in 1976, David, about whether they should keep it or not. And I know there were other opportunities in the past for Russian Abbey, and for various reasons that didn't happen, as indeed was the case with Bishop's Court. But I think also, to be fair to the politicians, it's easy for us, having lived through a near unbroken decade of phenomenal growth here in the Isle of Man economically, that the adjacent isle would have been proud to have envied, that prior to that, the government didn't have the resources and the reserves to hold on to a nunnery or to buy from the church a bishop's court, or indeed to do what's now being done at Russian Abbey. And so there is a sense in which part of the good fortunes of the economic miracle of the island this last decade have made that possible.